Ever wondered what happened to human Janice Rand after she seemingly vanished from the Starship Enterprise? Did Captain Kirk just lose interest? Was there a behind-the-scenes drama that led to Grace Lee Whitney's exit? Join us as we boldly go where few have before. Behind the scenes with Grace Lee Whitney, revealing the untold story of Janice Rand's journey. This is a compelling story about Grace Lee Whitney's life and career, focusing on her role as Janice Rand in Star Trek. Early life and artistic beginnings. Grace Lee Whitney's journey began under unusual circumstances. Adopted at a young age, she discovered a passion for music at 14, becoming a singer on Detroit radio. Her ambition led her to Chicago, where she shared the stage with legends like Billie Holiday. She even toured with renowned bands, adopting the stage name Lee Whitney, expanding horizons, acting and theater. Grace's talents extended beyond music. She ventured into acting, starting with a song and dance role on Broadway. Her dedication shone through when she transformed herself for Three Penny Opera, even gaining weight for the part. Her screen appearances included films like Some Like It Hot and television shows like Death Valley Days and Bewitched, a fateful collaboration, and Star Trek. A pivotal moment arrived when Grace worked with Gene Roddenberry on the pilot of Police Story. This connection led to her landing her biggest role, Janice Rand, in the groundbreaking series Star Trek. It was her longest-running character, defining her career. Janice Rand, a complex character. On the Starship Enterprise, Captain Kirk led a diverse crew. Grace brought Janice Rand, Kirk's assistant, to life in 8 memorable episodes. The character grappled with loyalty, affection for Captain Kirk, and the complexities of human emotion. A transporter mishap even allowed Janice to showcase her courage against a darker version of Kirk. The unexpected departure. Despite a promising start, Grace's time on Star Trek was cut short. The reasons for her dismissal remain a topic of discussion. Some claim the producers felt Janice and Kirk's dynamic overshadowed his other relationships, wanting him to be a freewheeling ladies' man. A legacy beyond Star Trek. Grace Lee Whitney's career went beyond Star Trek. While her departure was a surprise, her portrayal of Janice Rand left a lasting impression. Her story reminds us that talent and determination can lead to success, even with unexpected turns. Grace Lee Whitney's time on Star Trek wasn't the idyllic experience fans might imagine. While on-screen sparks flew with William Shatner, behind the scenes, darkness lurked. Whitney detailed a scene with Shatner that worried producers, hinting at an off-screen chemistry they feared. However, with Nichelle Nichols portraying the strong, irreplaceable Uhura, the axe fell on a different blonde. The official reason for Whitney's departure after 8 episodes was budget cut, but a darker truth emerged. In her autobiography, The Longest Trek, Whitney revealed a horrifying assault by a producer shortly after she was gone. Some speculate the studio was uncomfortable with the incident and simply couldn't handle working with her. Whitney sensed her exit coming. Her character, Janice Rand, lacked lines, and a silent exchange with Shatner in Conscience of the King spoke volumes. A wink and a clipboard handoff. A silent goodbye reflecting her premonition. Whitney felt cheated. Fired, her character became a beloved underdog. Star Trek's budget woes forced her to extreme measures to fit the uniform, starvation, amphetamines. While no official reason was given, Whitney suspected the assault played a role. Leaving Star Trek only exacerbated childhood adoption trauma. Resurfacing in 2011, Grace Lee Whitney, the actress who portrayed human Janice Rand on Star Trek, had a complex relationship with the show. While it launched her career, it also contributed to a personal struggle. Whitney openly discussed how being written out of Star Trek in the first season deeply affected her. She battled substance abuse for years afterward, attributing it partly to the rejection. Fortunately, she found the strength to overcome her addiction with the help of friends and faith. For many years, fans wondered why Rand disappeared from the show. The truth, as Whitney revealed later, was that her departure was planned before the assault she experienced. This realization helped her move on without resentment. Despite leaving the series, Whitney's impact on Star Trek was undeniable. Gene Roddenberry, the show's creator, even admitted regretting her dismissal, calling it a mistake. Whitney returned to the Star Trek universe several times throughout her career. She appeared in 4 movies, playing various roles, and even had a guest spot on Star Trek Voyager. Beyond Star Trek, Whitney continued acting in various television shows throughout the 1970s and beyond. She also possessed a beautiful singing voice and performed with orchestras and bands. She even wrote Star Trek-inspired songs with her husband. Grace Lee Whitney's story is one of both challenge and triumph. She battled personal demons, but ultimately emerged stronger, inspiring fans with her resilience and enduring love for Star Trek fan favorite and beyond. Grace Lee Whitney, known for her role as human Janice Janice Rand on Star Trek. The original series had a life filled with surprises. Her journey extended far beyond the Starship Enterprise, from showbiz to self-discovery. After Star Trek, Grace released an album, Light at the End of the Tunnel, and even wrote an autobiography titled The Longest Trek: My Tour of the Galaxy. The book detailed her struggles with addiction, adventures in entertainment, and even her time as a spokesperson for Chicken of the Sea. Grace also opened up about her personal life, including marriages and romances. A devoted Star Trek fan herself, a lifelong Star Trek enthusiast, Grace regularly attended fan conventions and even appeared in a Star Trek fan film in 2007, reprising her role as Janice Rand. Her final on-screen appearance was in a Star Trek documentary in 2011, Finding Strength and Helping Others. Openly discussing her struggles with alcoholism, Grace became a beacon of hope for others facing addiction. She actively participated in recovery programs and shared her experiences to inspire and empower others, particularly women in prisons and through the Salvation Army. A legacy of resilience. According to her son, Grace wished to be remembered most for her fight against addiction and her dedication to helping others find sobriety and spiritual guidance. Living life to the fullest. In later years, Grace lived a happy and fulfilling life on a ranch near Yosemite National Park. She cherished spending time with her family, especially her grandchildren. Remarkably active even at an older age, Grace enjoyed dancing and going to the gym regularly. A life well lived. Grace Lee Whitney passed away peacefully in 2015 at the age of 85. Her story is a testament to resilience, the power of love and laughter, and the importance of helping others. Let's take a look at the summary of this overall story. The summary covers the life and career of Grace Lee Whitney, known for her role as Janice Rand in the original Star Trek series. Born as Mary Ann Chase, she was adopted by Gordon and Ga Whitney and renamed Grace Elaine Whitney. Grace showed early talent in music, starting her entertainment career at 14 and later transitioning to acting. She gained recognition for her role in the Broadway musical Top Banana and appeared in various films and TV shows. However, her role as Janice Rand in Star Trek made her widely known. Her character's potential was overshadowed by behind-the-scenes politics and her sudden departure after just one season. Later, Grace revealed in her memoir that she was sexually assaulted by a producer during her time on the show, which contributed to her departure. This trauma led to substance abuse and personal struggle, including homelessness and an attack that left her for dead. Despite her hardship, Grace found solace in her faith and support from fellow Star Trek cast members, particularly Leonard Nimoy. She eventually confronted her past and regained her sobriety, dedicating herself to helping others battling addiction and abuse. In later years, Grace returned to the Star Trek franchise, appearing in fan-made productions and documentaries. Her legacy extends beyond acting. Grace was a talented singer, songwriter, author, and public speaker. She used her platform to inspire others and promote messages of resilience and empowerment. Grace Lee Whitney passed away peacefully in 2015, leaving behind a legacy of strength, resilience, and love. That's all our time for today's journey with Grace Lee Whitney and human Janice Rand. If you enjoyed learning about the woman behind the iconic red skirt, hit that subscribe button and join the crew for more explorations of the Star Trek universe.